I wanted a loaded baked potato stuffed with cheese, sour cream, chives, and broccoli. But look what I made instead. Hello everyone, I am Deborah. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another low carb recipe that you can use whether you are following a low carb diet or not. And now that you're here, you guys, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do me the honor of doing so by pressing that subscribe button below. Remember to turn on that notification bell so that you will always be informed of when I upload new content. Yes, you guys, I was craving a loaded baked potato, but following a low carb diet, potatoes you already know are a no-no. And as you can see on the screen, the comparison of a baked potato as compared to zucchini, you guys, you see the difference? So we are going to stuff this zucchini with all the same ingredients that you would use to stuff a loaded baked potato. And you guys, it is going to be just as phenomenal. So on the screen, find all the ingredients to put this deliciousness together. And when I return, I'm going to show you how it all comes together. Coming up next. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So we are going to start with prepping our zucchini. So what we need to do, cut off the ends here. Take the zucchini, cut it in half. And then cut it in half again. So you end up with quarters. Just like this. And these become our boat, okay? That is going to be eventually filled with all of this goodness. Do the same with this. All right. So you guys, the next thing that we want to do is we just want to score these. And I have a knife here to do exactly that. To let off some of the steam when these bake in the oven. Now, as you know, zucchini is filled with a lot of water, and that's one of the things that we want to accomplish when we bake them off, is to not only soften them up, but also so that they will release a lot of the water. All right, you guys, that is ready. I have my baking dish here, which may not be big enough. We shall see in a moment. Perfect, okay. Get this out of the way. And the next thing that I want to do is to go ahead and sprinkle these with some salt. Oh, one other thing, you guys. I should have put this on first, but it's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to sprinkle this with some olive oil. So I'll be right back with the olive oil. And then these will be ready for the oven. A little bit of olive oil on top. Just like so. All right, spread that around. All right, you guys, now these are ready for the oven. So these are going to go into a preheated 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. And then once that is done, I'll come back and I'll show you what the next looks like. I'll see you soon. All right, you guys, these are hot out of the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside so they can cool a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I put together the filling. Now, you guys, for the filling, I've got some broccoli. Super simple. I took some frozen broccoli. I put it in the microwave according to the instructions and took it out, let it cool. And when it did, I went ahead and I just cut it into the size pieces that I wanted. So I'm just going to show you real quickly how I did that. So these are some of the pieces that I have not yet cut. And again, super simple. Cut it into the pieces, size pieces that you want, such as this. Put it off in a bowl. Okay, and this, pull it apart. If you just cut it on the stem and pull it apart, it'll help prevent some of the little pieces from coming off and you have all those little fragments all over the place, just like that. Okay, all right, you guys, so that's the broccoli. Let's go ahead and set this aside. And then for the cheese, okay, as you can see here in this bowl, I've got my cheddar cheese. Obviously, you can buy it already pre-shredded. You can shred it if you want. You guys, I'm trying to save on the cleanup, so I didn't want to use the shredder. So I just took it and I cut the cheese into strips like this. And I'm just simply going to chop it until I get it to the size that I want. All right, you guys, this is chopped to the size that I need it to be, such as that. Looks good. And off to the bowl this goes. Okay. All right, you guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring over my zucchini that has just sat for a few minutes to cool off a little bit, because what we're going to do is we are going to scoop out the inside, which is going to be used as part of the filling. All right, you guys. So this is the zucchini. It's still somewhat hot. Let me see if I can work with it. If I can't, then I'll continue to let it sit for a little while so I can continue to cool. So yeah, it's looking like I can work with this. So as you scoop it out, you will quickly see that there is still a lot of liquid, okay, in this zucchini. See that? That's still a lot of liquid, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a separate container to put the flesh of this zucchini into it. I'm gonna use a paper towel to soak up some of this liquid, because the last thing we want are soggy, unloaded zucchini boats. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna put it on this little tray right here. Paper towel on top. And just put this flesh on it. And just be careful not to break the skin of the zucchini, because again, that is going to serve as our container. Okay, everyone, now the first one is done. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and set this aside. And what I noticed that because it was still somewhat warm, it was just a lot easier. Instead of using the scoop to get it out, it was a lot easier to manage doing what I needed to do by just using a knife. So let me just demonstrate to you. See guys, look at all this water on this. See that? Yeah, okay. So I just took to the knife and just proceeded to carve around the inside. Again, being careful not to cut into the skin. And if you have to take several passes to accomplish that, then that's exactly what you do. Just like that, okay? And as you can see here, I still got some more to remove, and all that liquid is just dripping off. All right, you guys, and this is ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this side aside, and then I may need to get some more paper towels, because this is a lot of flesh that we need to get this liquid out of. Put that like that. Turn this like this, and I'm going to continue on to do exactly the same thing with the rest of the zucchini. All right, you guys, so this is done. So here, as you can see, I've got the flesh of the zucchini. I've got the zucchini shells here. I'm gonna move all of this out of the way, and then when we come back, I'm gonna show you how to put this filling together. What we need to do is to take this zucchini flesh and squeeze as much of this water out of it as possible. Look at all that water coming out. Just like that. Okay. And then this is what we're left with. So just set that aside, continue on with the rest of this. And then when we get to the end of this, then I'm going to chop this into smaller pieces. And then that is going to be what we're gonna put into our filling. Okay, you guys, just to give you a visual of the reason why what we just did was so very important. Look, at all that liquid. Okay, all right then. So let me get rid of this, and then when we come back, we are going to chop this up and finish putting together this filling, and then we're going to stuff the zucchini shells. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and make sure that the flesh of this zucchini is not too big for our filling. So just gonna go ahead and just give it a rough chop. All right, just like that. And in this bowl, we have already put in our sour cream, and to it, we are going to add the flesh of this zucchini. We're gonna add some shredded cheddar cheese. Now, some of this I'm reserved for the top. Okay. We've got some chives. And then we have our broccoli. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and give this a mix as soon as I get a mixing spoon. Oh, one other thing, we want to add some salt too. A little bit of salt. So this broccoli especially. All right. Okay, now, time to give it a mix. Smells so good. And this is our filling. All right, you guys, so now I'm going to bring back over our baking container, and we are going to proceed to fill these shells. Okay, you guys, so into my baking dish, I have laid out my shells, and we're just going to proceed to fill them. All right, you guys, so that's my oven that I turned up to 400 degrees. Okay, make sure I get all of this goodness back into these shells. Don't want to waste a thing. Okay. That looks good. And the last thing that we want to do before we put these back into the oven is to top them with some of this shredded cheddar cheese. Okay, everyone, now these are ready to go back into a preheated 400-degree oven until all of this cheese and the other ingredients are hot and melted and bubbly. All right, you guys, take a look at this, hot out of the oven. Everything is hot and cheesy and bubbly and just waiting for us to dig in. But before we do that, I have a couple more things that I want to put on top to make it my own kind of special. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this aside. You guys, you should smell the aroma. Oh my gosh. So put that there. Okay. All right, and we are going to bring over, I've got some chives here that we're going to chop up, and I've also got some crispy turkey bacon. All right, let's go ahead and give this a chop. All right, you guys. Okay, let's set this aside. And for our scallion. I keep calling them scallion, actually they're chives. And these are fresh out of my garden. So let's give them a rough chop. And guys, when you chop them, the aroma of that onion just pops through. Oh, so good. Okay, you guys, so here we have it. We've got some chopped, crispy turkey bacon, and we have some fresh chives from my garden, and we're going to use that to top these loaded zucchini boats. I was getting ready to call them loaded potatoes because that's exactly what they look like. All right, so let's put this back here. And of course, this bacon is optional. If you want to leave it meatless, then you do exactly that. And now for our chives. Okay, you guys, and that's it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my serving container, and when we come back, we are going to give these a taste. Okay, everyone, let's eat. Lord, I thank you. Guys, this is a thing of beauty, I'm telling you. It looks like a loaded baked potato. Oh my gosh. It's so cheesy, it just fell off the fork. Who needs a baked potato when you've got a zucchini that you can turn into your own kind of special by adding in all of the deliciousness that suits your needs, as I did. Thank you guys so very much for being here, and remember to give this video a like and share, and also turn on that post notification bell so that you will always know when I upload deliciousness such as this. And remember, you guys, it is a great day, and you continue to make it your own kind of special until we meet again. Keep growing, keep thriving, keep pushing those boundaries, and I will see you guys real soon on my next Fit 550 and enjoy.